The following morning, Tianlei woke up on the college field where he passed out, saying to himself, "I am alive, there is no mutation, and the wounds on my body are gone. It seems as if the broken ring did not lie to me." The ring said, "Please call me the respectable Lord System." Tianlei said sarcastically, "Yes, dear brother, respectable Lord System. I am wrong, I should have not doubted you." The ring then further said, "Tianlei, you successfully upgraded to a second-class soldier. Each ability level, strength 18, agility 16, defense 16, recovery ability 8, storage space level 3 expansion." Tianlei asked, "Second-class soldier, wouldn't it be great if the first-class soldier was the strongest?" The ring said, "An example of a soldier into 3 levels. First-class soldiers, second-class soldiers, and third-class soldiers. That is to say, if there are 19 people in a class, you are the second to last." Tianlei was irritated by this, saying, "Isn't that a weak chicken?" Tianlei asked the ring, "What can we do to save the world if I'm that weak?" The ring said, "Ordinary human evolution begins with third-class soldiers, and because you have killed a lot of zombies before, you were promoted to second-class soldier. This is already a special benefit given to you by the system. As for you, you need to rely on yourself in the future. And for points, you will gain experience points for each kill of a zombie. And if you get 150 points, you will be promoted to the next level." Tianlei was shocked by this explanation, asking, "When can I get something like an elder brother system? Can it be less? Can I at least get a discount?" The ring declines to bargain, saying that the system is fair. The ring then tells Tianlei to work hard towards his goal, and the hope of mankind is in his hands. Then the ring went to sleep. Tianlei mumbled to himself, "Every time it is like this, it disappears without saying anything. Is it a baby? It just said that the body will become stronger after evolution, but I don't feel that much." Tianlei then walked up to a concrete column and punched it with all his might, breaking the concrete column. Monologuing to himself, "If the second-class soldiers are powerful, what's more if I attain Marshal? If Wu Bin knew, he would be very surprised." Tianlei then went back into the school looking around, where he noticed that some zombies in the library have disappeared. Looking around searching for survivors, he realized that Lin Mu and his goons escaped. Walking around not finding any survivors, Lin Mu think to himself that he should take a shower. After the shower, chilling watching the news on the TV, Tianlei then heard a rumble in the room. Not taking any chances, he quickly grabs the axe and slowly walks to the closet, ready to chop whatever jumps out. Someone shouts, do not eat me." Tianlei was startled and tried to calm down the person, telling her it's okay, do not be afraid, look at me, I am not a zombie and I am a human. Tianlei tells her he's not a bad person, then she starts to cry softly in her hands, thinking to himself, seeing her reaction just now, it seems like she was very terrified. Tianlei asked, "What is your name and why are you hidden in the closet?" She said, "My name is Chen Yao and I belong to the art department. Yesterday, I came to the library to borrow some books with my friend. At that time, the two of us were hidden in the hall with everyone, afraid of being thirsty and hungry. Later that day, Qian Hao came up to us and said that he could take us to Lin Mu for some food. Qian Hao was my brother and we were so hungry that we listened to him. Unexpectedly, after going to the second floor, Lin Mu bullies us with his men. My friend couldn't bear it, so she jumped off the second floor and ended up dying." Tianlei said, "Those bastards run away and leave you alone. They are really worse than a bastard." Chen asked, "By the way, I do not know your name." He replied saying that my name is Tianlei. Tianlei then gives her some food and she starts to cry again. Feeling a little bit awkward, he tells her not to cry because he can't bear to see a woman crying. She then apologized and said, "I'm just happy. I thought I was going to die, but I didn't expect to meet you." Cheng then head to the shower to bathe because she hasn't bathed from the previous day before. After the shower, she came out with a towel wrapped around her. Tianlei, being a gentleman, turned away his head and behaving a little weirdly, gave her the bread and water, telling her she can eat that first. Cheng looked at the food and starts to cry again. Tianlei asked, "Why are you crying again? I have never seen a girl cry like you." Cheng apologized, telling Tianlei, "Sorry, I still thinking of my friend of being forced to jump off the first floor just for a piece of bread. It's just horrible." Cheng kept crying on his shoulder with her half-naked body, saying that there are zombies everywhere now I don't know where to go or what to do in the future. What should I do? Tianlei blushed, slightly pushing her off and said, if you want, I could take you with me. When Tianlei was about to give her some clothes to put on, she suddenly kissed him. Tianlei was so flustered, asking, what are you doing? Cheng said, you saved my life and I have nothing to repay you, so let me give it to you. Unless you despise me, then I will no longer follow you. Tianlei was in awe, saying, you must have watched too many romance dramas. We are in an apocalypse and you are still in the mood to make some jokes like this. Curiously, Cheng turns to Tianlei saying, your face is red. Are you okay? Do you have a fever? Is it your first kiss? And teasing him about the kiss. Tianlei then heard a loud noise on the other side of the compound where it seems a group of students made a loud broadcast on the school broadcast system. Cheng asked, what shall we do? Are you going to save them? Tianlei said, yes, of course. A loud broadcast will bring all the zombies around and it will only be more dangerous to rescue them. The group of students were scared to death in the room, panicking about what they should do. One of the students in the room then heard someone says, psst, here. He then looked and noticed that Tianlei was there, saying that finally someone came to save them. Tianlei tells them to be quiet. Don't lead the zombies. What happened inside? One of the students tells him this building has been occupied by zombies. We managed to go here to the broadcast room for help, but soon the zombies will get in here. Please help us out. Tianlei tells them to find a place to tie a rope, then climb down with it and don't make a noise. Everyone prepares to climb down one by one, and when the last person was about halfway down, holds onto the rope, not moving, saying that he is scared. Moments later, his hand slipped, falling down with a loud shout, alerting the zombie in the immediate area where everyone runs to the parking lot to find a car to escape in. Tianlei then turns to the one that fell and alerted the zombie, telling him, let the girl go in the car first. He shouts, I do not want to come out. Another student in the car said, this is your fault. Because of you, the zombie found us. A next one tells him to go away. Taking you with us might even endanger us. Cheng says, Tianlei, let them go. I want to be with you. Tianlei tells her it's too dangerous for you to follow me. Take the car with them and go to the refugee camp where you could be safe. Chen looks at them in the car, pissed as hell, saying, look at them. You just saved them. But they don't care about us. As soon as they get in the car, if there is any danger, they will just leave me alone. It is really dangerous to be with people like them. I would rather go with you. Tianlei angrily said, forget something that is so grateful for. If I knew you guys were like this, I wouldn't save you at all. The driver says he was sorry and they all drove off. After some time, Tianlei and Chen was seen in a supermarket where they have prepared hot noodles about to eat. Tianlei tells Cheng, we work hard, let's eat these noodles together. Cheng says, you are my man, of course I have to take care of you. Face red as hell, Tianlei said, your man? You are talking nonsense. Cheng asked, isn't it okay? I want to repay you in my own right. Tianlei tells her, no, I saved you because I met you. I don't want you to repay me. Do you understand? Cheng said, I know, however, I did this voluntarily. I like you and I want to be your woman. Cheng made the move to kiss him again, but our boy turns away his head and tells her not to do that. She then asks him, do you hate me? Tianlei said, no, I don't hate you. Actually, I already have someone I like. Is it Sitang? She asked. So you protect her like that in the library the last time because you like her? He says, no, I protect her because she always takes care of me. I think of her as my best friend, but I do not have that kind of feelings for her. She says, who is it then? He then says, Shen Xinyu, and he's in love with her secretly. He further says, at this time there is no difference between a rich and poor man, and any amount of money in front of the zombies are useless. Cheng said, Tianlei, I can see that you are no ordinary man. Just like you are a hero in troubled times, you will definitely have some achievements. By then, let alone Xinyu, the number of beautiful women cannot be counted. After going through the things in the library, I realized that at this time power is everything, and women only have to rely on men to survive, otherwise they will be bullied even if they are not eaten by zombies. And so, unless you kick me out, I'll still follow you. Even if you don't want me to be your girlfriend, I am willing to be your servant. I'll wash your clothes, cook for you, and serve you personally. As long as you let me stay with you, I will be very happy. Tianlei was flustered and said, even if you don't do that, I will still protect you. Cheng was happy to hear that and said, Tianlei, you are so nice, and they fooled around for a little bit. After that, they both went to the garage of the supermarket and picked out a SUV vehicle and then left the supermarket, driving at a very high speed. Tianlei and Cheng, looking at the map, trying to pinpoint where the refugee camp is. Suddenly, out of nowhere, 3 people jumped out of the bush into the road, signaling them to stop. The female of the group says, "Handsome guy, open the door and let us in. We just escaped. If you don't let us get in the car, we will die." They were a bit skeptic, but they still let them in. The female of the trio asked, "Where are you planning to go?" Tianlei said, "You guys haven't answered my question yet. Who are you guys and why are you on the highway?" The female of the trio said, "We are like a family. This is her boyfriend and the other is her brother." The boyfriend said, "We are actually going out for a walk today, but did not expect to encounter a zombie outbreak. We managed to drive on the highway, but the car suddenly broke down in the middle of the road. At that time, there was chaos around us. We only hid in the car until we saw your car before daring to come out for help." The female of the trio asked, "What about you? Are you a couple?" Cheng said, "Sister, your vision is so good." Tianlei, feeling awkward, tells Cheng to pay attention to the road. The female of the trio asks Tianlei, "Is there food in your bag? We haven't eaten for a day. Can you give us some?" Tianlei then gives her 3 items that looks like sausages. The brother of the trio angrily said, "Don't be so stingy. How can we eat so little? Your bag is big. Why don't you give us more?" Cheng said, "Easy for you to say. Don't you know how valuable food is now? We are also lacking. If you're not satisfied with it, then just give back the food to us," angering the brother of the trio. Cheng was shocked by what she saw in front of her on the road. Tianlei and Cheng realized it was the same car the students drove and left them behind, overturned on the road with the students that are now are zombies. Cheng said they deserve it. They are so ungrateful. The trio in the back of the car seems as if they are planning something. The female of the trio said to Tianlei, "The city in the front. Certainly there are a lot of zombies in the city, so we should go around." Tianlei glares at her and says, "What you say indeed makes sense. Well, I guess around here there are not much zombies. So how about you guys get down?" Surprisingly, the brother of the trio pulled a gun on Tianlei. "Listen to us if you don't want to die, otherwise I will shoot. For the sake of helping us now, as long as you leave your car and your food, we will spare you." Tianlei starts to contemplate what he should do and then agrees to get off as long as they promise not to kill them. Tianlei tells Cheng to slow down the car. They both got out of the car and walked off. The brother of the trio tells Tianlei that Cheng can stay and he goes. The Mohawk man of the trio said, "Are you sick? Why keep such a burden?" The brother of the trio said, "I don't have a woman, while you have my sister. You are not lonely, and I want to feel the warmth of a woman. This girl looks so seductive, it's a pity to let go. It's good to help me solve the boredom along the way." Angering Tianlei, Tianlei grabs Cheng's hand and walked off. The brother of the trio jumped out of the car and said, "How dare you bring away my woman?" threatening Tianlei with a gun. At a moment's notice, a hand can be seen flying in the air where Tianlei has chopped off the brother of the trio hand and said, "Who is tired of living?" The other 2 of the trio jumped out of the car, ready to attack Tianlei. Tianlei threw the axe in the boyfriend head of the trio, killing him on the spot, and then took the gun and shoot the knife out of the female hand. She surrenders and then begs for her life for Tianlei not to shoot her. Tianlei says to her, "If you want to survive, why do you need to kill other people? Just letting others die when it was not needed to." She says, "So what can I do? I am a woman. Actually, my brother and I were originally good people. We were coerced by this man. Now that he is dead, we are free again. As long as you are willing to let me and my brother go, I'll do whatever you want." Tianlei said, "Anything?" She says, "Of course, anything. Your girlfriend is so young, she has no experience at all. Women are better mature. Let sister come and serve you in the future, and you will surely taste unexpected joy." Tianlei said, "Okay, I promise I won't kill you. But it doesn't matter what you'll do. The gunfire just now must have attracted many zombies. You stay here and wait for them to come. Enjoy your unexpected happiness." Lo and behold, the zombies were running in the direction of the sound. Tianlei and Cheng driving down the highway. Tianlei said to Cheng, "I don't want to kill it if I can, but if I didn't do it, we would die. I know you are afraid, but we will face this situation every day in the future. So Cheng, be brave." Cheng said, "You can rest assured that I will be strong. I will definitely not be a burden to you." Upon the arrival of the city, the road to the city was blocked with cars that people had escaped from. Tianlei said to Cheng, "The city is not far away, so we can walk." Walking past the cars, Cheng was nervous, not seeing any humans or zombies in sight. Suddenly something jumped in front of them, scaring Cheng, in which scared Tianlei was a black cat. Tianlei then heard another sound, saying to Cheng that he heard the sounds of zombies, and they are not one or two, but a large group of zombies, and they are just up ahead. Running to see where the zombies were making noise, there was a large building with a huge amount of zombies, with people inside of it, blocking the door to prevent the zombies from coming in. A man can be seen holding his sister, telling his sister, "Brother will take you to a doctor to have you cured." An old man in a jacket suit said, "Your sister has been bitten by a zombie and you are still holding on to her. Want everyone to die here? If you want to die with her casually, then leave here and don't let us die with you." Tianli and Cheng was looking in the building when the woman said to the man that was holding his sister, "Shuyan, do you want to make this become a disaster? Why are you still keeping your sister? Do you want to wait for her to be a zombie and then kill us all?" He then said, "Lan, how could you say that? She is my sister." Another man from the crowd said, "What about your sister? Many have dead relatives and friends." Another said, "I have seen with my own eyes my parents become zombies and my sister was bitten to death. If it weren't for me to run fast, it would be over." Lan said, "Don't you hear me? Why don't you hit her in the head now? If she becomes a zombie in a while, it will be trouble." Shu Yang said, "Why are you so ruthless? She was bitten by a zombie just to save you. She liked you since she saw you and always regarded you as her future sister-in-law. Just earlier, she saw a zombie rushing at you. She rushed out to protect you without even thinking about it. How can you say such things?" Lan said, "Want to be my husband? Are you worthy? Do not dream. Look at yourself. If I had heard that your house was demolished, I would not be with you. She volunteered to save me. It's okay for me to be bitten. I don't owe anything. From now on, I have nothing to do with you and your sister." They all plan to attack Shuyan to take his sister away so she doesn't become a zombie among them. Shuyan retaliates and says, "Who dares to touch his sister, he will kill them." A man with a wooden bat was about to whack his sister in his head when Tianli broke the glass at the top of the roof, saying that "You're too noisy." Everyone was overjoyed, thinking Tianli was there to save them all, shouting, "We are surrounded by zombies, save us quickly." Tianli said, "Wait a minute, you guys are too many, I can only bring one." Arguing amongst themselves who should be saved, Tianli then asked Shu Yang, "Would you like to take your sister and come with me?" Shocked by this revelation, Shu Yang agrees to go with Tianli. Tianli tells the rest, "When I bring out the two of them, I will leave this rope. But if anyone dares to snatch the rope before they climb up, I will cut the rope immediately, and you will all stay here and wait to die." Lan turned to Shu Yang and said, "Please, bring me. I was just scared earlier because I was terrified. You know that I love the little girl the most. How can I have the heart to watch her to die?" "Shu Yang, I love you. We are still getting married." Shu Yang said, "Love me, or do you love the demolished house? From the moment earlier, has it mattered to you? You only care about yourself." Lan shouts, "Shu Yang, you bastard. You can't do this to me." Outside on the roof, Shu Yan's sister starts to cough black blood. Tianli said to him, "The blood is black, indicating that she has been infected deeply and will soon mutate." Cheng said, "What should we do? Isn't it dangerous to bring her?" Shu Yang glares at her, saying, "Don't worry, she won't hurt you. We will go now." Tianli said, "That won't work. It took me so much effort to save you. You leave without even saying thank you. Don't you have a conscience? Besides, there are zombies everywhere now. Where can you take your little sister to safety?" Shu Yang was in silence. Tianli says, "Come with us. Let's leave here first and find a safe place to talk." Shu Yang agrees. Shu Yang's sister says, "Brother, I feel so uncomfortable." Shu Yang hugs her and said, "Little sister, you should resist it. We are safe now. Brother will take you to a doctor." Cheng said, "Don't deceive yourself anymore. Is there a way to find a doctor to cure it? Then why there are so many zombies outside? Why should you give her false hope?" Tianli says to Cheng, "Don't say that." Shu Yang said, "My little sister will be fine." Cheng said, "You're so unreasonable." Tianli said to Shu Yang, "If you don't want your sister to suffer anymore, there is only one solution. Is to give her a break and help her with the pain." Handing an axe to him, Shu Yang said, "You are really just like those people. You want my sister to die. Let me tell you, if my little sister becomes a zombie, I will not allow anyone to hurt her. If anyone wants to hurt her, will have to pass over my dead body first." Cheng said, "We don't have any choice. How can you not understand it?" Shu Yang's sister said, "They are good people. Do not quarrel with them. That brother was right. I don't want to become like those ugly zombies after I die. If I were to bite people like them, it would be more painful than death. Brother, can you do it for me? Shu Yang's sister then asked, Brother, can I ask you something? Although my brother looks a bit fierce, he's a good person. He's a bit stupid and easy to go impulse and often fights with people inexplicably. I used to stop him before, but no, I'm gone now. Can you take care of my brother? You can rest assured that I will help look after him. I will not let him do stupid things. The sister says to Shu Yang, promise me if you have a girlfriend in the future, you must take care of her, okay? I will accompany you from the sky. Then they pinky promised and she died. There for a while, she mutated into a zombie. Shu Yang shaking her, asking what's wrong. Cheng said, no, she's going to become a zombie. Tianlei then hands him an axe and said, don't hesitate. Do you want your sister to become her most hated look? He then throws down the axe and says, I can't do it. She's my sister. Tianlei runs and grabs her and says sorry and kills her, taking a trinket from her body before he burns her. Shu Yang said, little sister, you can rest assured that your brother will work hard and survive. When the end of the world is over, your brother will travel around the world and fulfill your wishes. He then said to Tianlei, is it okay to follow you? Tianlei said, of course. Isn't it your little sister's wish? Tianlei then stretched out his hand and says, please, cooperate.